Okay, this shouldn't be a hard question. This is the 2017 1 through 6 FRQs. What are you going to do for the 2013?
Ask them in class.
Okay, did nobody look at the end of the documents that I sent you, the full-length AP exams that have the answers at the ends? Oh, okay. So you don't need to Google it, just look at the end, right? Look at the end and grade. Yeah, it was supposed to be an obvious one, but for some reason you guys seemed confused. Anyway, so here's what I want to do first, okay? First, I want to make sure that we are tracking with how to be, or how to allow us to be, as productive as possible today and tomorrow as we go over the FRQ questions. We can go back over any B questions you guys might have, but I think we finished all the questions with time to spare yesterday. But we can go over any additional B questions that you have. But otherwise, is it beneficial for someone to ask me for a whole part to an FRQ from the Saturday mock AP in class? No, because you have videos that go through the solutions. Now pause. Does that mean I agree with and would stake my life on every single jot and tittle and word and accent and intonation that is in each of the videos? No, I didn't make them. And even if I did, I still wouldn't stake my life that everything was perfectly said and stated, and mistakes happen. So can I address confusing things that people might have said in their videos? Yes. I can talk through questions on 2017, definitely. But should it be something where I'm up here solving an entire 2017 FRQ for you? No. You have videos and you have the answer guidelines. Now the 2013 are a whole nother matter. Those ones you have no videos. Yes, you have the scoring guidelines, but that doesn't mean that you don't still have some confusion or need some clarification as to how everything goes. So our goal today is just questions 1 and 2. Ideally, you would have tried 1 and 2 at least on the additional mock AP, the additional practice exam you're supposed to be doing, and graded it, as well as watching the videos for 1 and 2 of your mock AP. For tomorrow, how will you be as productive as possible? Have watched all the videos for 2017. Have fully attempted, if not vice versa, for 2013, and have 2013 graded. Does that make sense? Have them both attempted, have them both graded, have the videos watched, and come with any questions you have. So, right now, 1 and 2, 2013 or 2017, any clarification, any explanation that is needed for FRQs 1 and 2. P.S. These are calculator FRQs. Calculators should be out. Corey, go ahead.
20, the Monday one.
On number?
Number 1.
Okay.
Just wondering why for K's they use
Okay. I would start off real quick on this one. Let me take a picture of part B real quick so we can go back to it. Okay, this is the problem that you're trying to do, right? It's part B. Corey, at the very beginning of this FRQ, and for anyone that's doing this, pause. We should know how to use our calculators, but just in case, right? You would need to find the intersection point. Sorry, wrong screen. You would need to find the intersection point. Yeah. So when you graph the 1 minus x cubed and then the sign of, I think it's x squared, I would have done something to the effect of 1 minus x cubed story of my life. Okay. Exactly. All right, I would have set at the very beginning of any FRQ with areas and volumes, I would have set the two functions equal to each other. I would have found the intersection point in my calculator, and I would have stated both A and B. Why? Why would I have stated point A, or both A and B, even though this first problem area between only the x value?
Because for future.
I have no idea if something will be required to be dy. Those of you guys that have the decimals, just help me out really fast. It was 0.75.
I have
I probably have it too.
sorry. Oh yeah, 0.76. 4972.
Okay. I think I actually have my A and B right here, and this is why I'm getting the B also. Hey guys, can you stow, pause, can you stow a Y value from the graph? Not from the graph. But how did I get B? I didn't stow it from the graph. Yeah, what I did is I went ahead and I got my A from the intersection. That was my X value of my intersection point. Anybody have any questions on stowing? Are we okay? intersect, second quit. What button do you hit? Stow. So I stowed the intersection of my graph, and right now I think I have a different graph on there. Sorry, pre-cal came and took over the next period, but that's parametric, not even helpful. But you could go ahead and go to your vars. I'm not going to do the shortcut because I'm in parametric mode right now, but you can go get your function. You could do your y1 of a, and that's what I did. And I went ahead and stowed it as b. That way I could reference it. That's not right. I have a different y1 in there. Anyway, sorry, that's what I did. I did y1 of a, and then I got b. Sorry, I'm in parametric mode for pre-cal. As we go to alpha a and then alpha b. So Corey, here's what we got. We got 7, 6. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 4, 9, 7. And then we have 0.5, 5, 2, 3, 5. Okay. So for the remainder of the FRQ, I'm good with using A and B. When they were asking for, in part B, a horizontal line drawn through the point where the graph's of, okay, you just have to follow what they're saying. They're saying through the points where they intersect. Exactly. No, horizontal. So that'd be y equals. So we would steal from our A and B. We would steal the y value. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
So the y value of the intersection point is the same y value as the horizontal line. At which point they then wanted you to figure out whether the line divides into two regions of equal area. Hold on, pause real quick. Time-saving device. A lot of you, if you figured it out this far, a lot of you actually found this bottom area, which we could call, I don't know, C, C1, and this top area is C2, and you compared the two. How could you have only solved for one of them? You could have done top minus bottom. That's what I would have done. I probably would have done, to be honest, the first one I saw in my brain is this one. So I would have done from 0 to A. I would have done top is k, y equals k. Bottom is my lower function, so sine of x squared. Why would this have been enough to answer the question of whether or not it splits into equal regions? In part A, you found r. Couldn't you just go ahead and see if this is half of r, compare this to half of r, and be like, hey, does this equal half of the r that you found in part A? And if it does equal perfectly a half, perfect. It splits it into two equal regions. If it doesn't, then no. In the answer guideline, in the answer key, I think it says there was an or. Either you compared to part A, so you were like, hey, it's not half. Aha! It's not equally split. Or you could have done both integrals and seen whether or not they agree. Good question. Anything else on 1 or 2 of 2013 or 17? Yeah, Eileen. No, 1 or 2, whatever you want.
Okay, number 2D.
On 13?
Yeah.
On the Monday exam, we're going to part D, but let me just get my bearings real quick. Planetary rover travels on a flat surface. That's exciting. The path of the rover for the time interval 0 to 2 hours is shown in the rectangular coordinate system above. The rover starts at the point with coordinates 6, 5. So we have our initial position, right? So we have x of 0 is 6, and we have x of 0. No, sorry, y of 0 is 5. We have the rates of change of x and y, x prime, y prime. Okay. So then as we go through and look at D, let me go ahead and take a quick picture of this real fast so I have it to refer back to. Okay. The rover receives a signal at each point where the line tangent to its path has a slope. Okay. I see line tangent and I see slope. This isn't saying rate as to how fast horizontally or how fast vertically. It's just saying slope. Guys, slope of a tangent line. In general, what are we going to be thinking? So then, as I come back to my givens, and as I see that my givens were negative 12 sine of 2t squared, and then 10 cosine, that's what I would have plugged in next. Hold on, x prime, y prime over x prime. Y prime is the 10 cosine one. At this point, it's all about, can you use your calculator? 1 plus square root t, good, negative 12 sine of 2t squared. Because I need to go ahead and set this whole shabam equal to 1/2. Pause, eyes up here real quick. This is a calculator FRQ for reference. Just real quick. If you had to solve this, would you go solving by hand? Okay, so what are options? One way to use your calculator. Graph both. Y1, Y2, find the intersect. What's the second option? Subtract the 1/2, find the 0. Subtract the 1/2, find the 0. Which one's more natural? Okay, so subtract the 1/2 is what's more natural for Eileen. The one time that the intersections can be bad is either if you're setting it equal to some nasty decimal that is so low, so small, it's so hard to see, like the actual line, or when the intersection is going to happen at some crazy height, some crazy y value, and then you'd have to play with that window, play with that window, play with that window just to see it, let alone find it. The 0 is way easier. So in this case, physics people, obviously we need to be in radians, but otherwise we have 10 cosine of 1 plus the square root of t. Oh, I'm putting way too many parentheses. Sure. Then you wanted the 1/2. Oh no, guys, this is so annoying. There's so much stuff up here, and I want to put a minus 1/2 at the end. Now, yes, you could do negative 1/2 plus, but how do you quickly go to the end of a line of code? Good. Second. And then the over. Hey, I'm at the end. Go, team. You can do second back or second forward. You can go to the beginning of a line or the end of a line. Kind of nice. Kind of nice. Minus 0.5, there we go, Eileen. So let's go ahead and find our zeros. No idea if we have any sort of window. Oh, 0 to 2. So I'm going to put my window at 0 to 2, just so I'm not looking at anywhere crazy I don't need to look. I only see one. There he is. Hey, guys, another shortcut. Oh no, I have to scroll and take time to scroll to get before the 0 and after the 0 to be able to find it. Wait a minute, that's 1. Can't I go something like, I don't know, like 0.1? Ooh, and then can't I do something like 1.2? 1.1? 1 point something?
Yeah.
Oh, I can type in the bounds. I don't have to actually scroll to them. That's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. You guys already know the shortcut for the value button, right? Just hit the trace and type in whatever you want. But anyway, that's how you find the 0. Although the 0 just disappeared, sorry. Did you need it? Do you want me to go get it again? I heard my name. Oh, no, I didn't hear my name. I heard Lucy's whisper. And pause real quick. Does it say when? At what time? Got it. Done. Okay, other questions on 1 or 2 of either AP? Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Given velocity, maybe?
I had to find the difference, the difference between the amount of water in tank A and tank B.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
When I subtracted them, I put absolute values because I didn't know which one to put first.
Okay.
So,
That's not necessarily bad. Did I take off points?
oh no,
Oh, okay.
I graded it myself. This was
Oh.
this was my practice.
Oh, your practice one. Okay.
Yeah, so
I think it was this one, right?
yeah, so I was just wondering, like, if you do that, you know, put absolute values in that way, whatever order we put doesn't matter.
You won't be taken, you won't get any points removed, and if you did ever write them in the wrong order, since the absolute value is there, you would still be given full credit. Yeah. Any other grading questions? Okay. How many of you guys are like, I could use time to work to try the other FRQs on the other practice exam, to grade the other FRQs, or to work on corrections? Okay. Those of you whose hands aren't raised, eyes on me real quick. Could you use time to work on trying the other AP, grading the other AP, working on corrections? Give me a head nod. All right. I'm fine giving you the time to work because I want it to be productive. To that end, can we be ready tomorrow with the questions on our mock AP that we don't understand from the video or the answer key? And be ready with the other mock AP attempted, graded with questions. Can we be ready for that tomorrow? Okay. So let's work. I don't mind. Let's work. Does anybody need me? If someone right now doesn't have like another AP on their phone or they can't access it, feel free. Ask